All right. Welcome. Welcome to Meditation 101. Oh man, there's a lot of energy. There is a whole lot of energy going on everywhere. Um, I was like thinking today what I wanted to share for meditation, and I started writing pages. And one of the oops, sorry. One of the topic I really wanted to discuss with you today is energy, um, and how you can really change your vibration. Can you guys hear me? You can hear me? And I'm sure you've all met somebody who has great, you feel that great energy, and then you've also met people that have this low vibration, right? Or this kind of like a draining energy. Do you know those kind of people? Yeah. And when you think of energy, think of, and when I say energy, like high energy, positive energy would be somebody with a high vibration, right? And then low energy would be low vibration. But when you think of somebody that falls into that low vibration category, you think of the complainer, somebody who's whining, somebody who's always sad, that they don't really ever see the silver lining. And then you have the opposite, right? The person who sees the good in everything, and they could turn any situation into just some kind of learning or positive, uplifting message. And what's really cool is those types of people, they tend to attract that. You ever notice that those really uplifting people, they tend to attract a tribe of those same motivated, energy-filled, positive people? Do you notice that? I noticed that. And right? So when we think of energy and vibrations, right? Everything has energy. Everything. This book has energy. Obviously, our physical body has energy. The air, right? Our food has energy. Our clothing has energy. Every single thing has energy. So, when you think about the things you can't touch, right? Like our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, the things we hold on to, for a moment, think about what would happen, right? If those things were carrying low vibration thoughts, or low vibration feelings, and low vibration words that we might use, right? And when we live at that low vibration, we're storing that in our bodies, essentially, right? So how do we change this? How can we change this? And it's an easy concept, not easy to do, but it's really just change our thoughts. That's it. So it's about slowing down enough to observe that you have this low vibration, right? Or this negative energy about you or within you, right? And it's about noticing that so that you can check in and then choose to manifest something different or opposite. So, sometimes we get in a rut, right? Like sometimes there could be periods of time in your life where you're at this low vibration. Like, for example, we're in this quarantine. It's a great example everywhere, right? So I'm sure all of us, or maybe a few of us, have had moments where we're in this like low vibration, where our energy is really down, we're really depressed, or we're, anxious, or fearful or sad about what's going on, right? But the good news is that this is always changing. There is nothing that's permanent, ever. So that means just because you might be feeling that way or carrying that load yesterday, that doesn't mean today is the same. So it's always changing. It's you always have the ability to change your thoughts and to what's the right word? More to manifest what you're looking for in life, right? So you want to start choosing thoughts and feelings and words that you use daily, even if it's just quiet words or actual words that you're speaking. But all of these things, you want to be at a high vibration, because then you start manifesting those feelings within you, right? And that's what you start attracting. But it's always evolving. It's always changing. You always have the power to change this at any time. That's the great part of meditation and mindfulness. It's really just choice. It's that simple. It's like choosing, this is the life I want, and I'm going to choose the thoughts that are going to get me there, as opposed to, I'm never going to be able to do this, and I'm like, we're never going to get out of quarantine, and I'm going to like literally jump off my roof, and I just can't get toilet paper, and whatever it is, right? And we just start, we start to feel those low vibrations in our body, because we feel like crap, we feel tired, we feel sluggish, right? But again, it's all about observing that and then saying, okay, this is not how I want to feel at all, so I need to do something different. But most people, when you're operating, that was the word I was looking for, when you're operating at a low vibration, they're not conscious of that. So like for a moment, close your eyes. And I want you to think of the two types of people. Think of somebody that you know personally that is operating at a low vibration, right? That person, again, that's negative, sad, depressed, the one that's always whining and complaining. They might have material possessions that, but they'll still want more, or, they have a great job, but they, that job sucks and they want something better, and those kind of people. And then I want you to think of the opposite, right? That type 2 kind of person, that person that operates at that high vibration. And staying there with your eyes closed, I want you to think of each one of these. I was listening to a podcast from Unstuck, and they said, think of these people like mascots, right? Literally like a mascot, like advertising each vibration, right? Each type of situation. And I want you to think of some high vibration words that would be associated with a person operating at that high vibration, like happy, joy, laughter, peace, compassion, patience, anything that comes to your mind that you think would be operating at that high vibration. What would somebody be thinking and speaking, operating at that level? And then switch over to that other person, right? That low vibration, right? Even when we just think for a second and we hear the word low vibration, right? Those words carry energy, because even when I said it, I felt it in my chest. Right? Because all of a sudden I start thinking of the words associated with a lower vibration person. Maybe shame, anger, sadness, tired, right? Whatever it might be. And now, for a moment, let's just answer this. What would happen if these lower vibration words, right, all those things that you were just thinking, imagine that getting trapped in your body, in your physical body. Imagine all of that energy being stuck energetically in your body. How would that feel? Right? How would that affect you emotionally and physically, spiritually? And then think of the reverse, the opposite, right? Imagine if you carried all those high vibration words and associations and you carried that in your body. And just for a moment, imagine how that would make you feel. Imagine how others might perceive you differently. Imagine what kind of tribe are you attracting? So what if we could become so conscious of the vibrations in our vocabulary, in our thoughts, in our feelings, in our emotions? What if we were so conscious that we pay attention to that, and then we make choices, working, not working? So really, it all comes down to changing your thought patterns, which is really in one of the ancient texts of yoga, right? When you have a thought that is unpure, that's not serving you, right? We switch it. We notice like, okay, hey, I'm thinking that my teenage daughter is literally gonna put me into the ground, and I start thinking these thoughts, and then I stop it, right? And I say, okay, these thoughts are not serving me, right? And then you switch them and you move into that space with high vibration words. So if you meet somebody that's frustrating you, right? Let's say we confront somebody who's angry. We confront them with love. If we confront somebody who's impatient, we confront them with patience, right? So we just start to observe our own vibration, our own way of being. And that's really how we create change, 100%. And again, it's all about just changing our thought patterns. How are we doing on time? Perfect. So meditation is that tool that has been around for thousands of years, like preceding Buddhism, right? Because a lot of people always attribute meditation to Buddhism, which it is, right? But it precedes Buddhism, right? People have known the power of controlling your mind forever. So by sitting still and by remaining calm and peaceful, we get to this state of being peaceful so that it's easier for us to check in, just to observe. We don't need to judge ourselves. We don't need to be critical of those thoughts. We just need to face it, sort of like like your Zoom camera. We're always looking at ourselves now, right? So it's almost like it's like this mirror reflection. It's like observing your reflection without judging, right? Just noticing as things show up for you, and then choosing how to respond to that. Some other things to do to raise your vibration aside from meditation, best thing I ever did in my own life is start to create the circle of people that raise your vibration. Choose who you want to be around. Okay, so family we can't control, but you can control how often you want to be around them, right? But choose your circle. Michelle and I, that's why we always use the word tribe at the shack, right? Choose your tribe wisely, and question each person you give your energy to. Are they raising your vibration, or are they pulling it down, right? Another thing is, do things that you love every day. Don't use time as an excuse, or work, or money, or you have to clean your house, or whatever it is. Find something that you are passionate about every day and do it. Make time for yourself. There is no reason that you should ever put your own well-being on the back burner. You're too important. So find something every day. What do you love to do? Everyone knows something that they love to do. So we do it every day. Unless it's like eating a bowl of like ice cream with like 15 Oreos, maybe not. Maybe that's not a great thing to do every day, even though I'm sure it would be really good. But like something healthy you want to do every day would probably be better. Because if I ask some of my friends right now, like, do something you love every day, they'd be like, I do. I drink tequila at 5 o'clock. So I restate that as do something healthy for your mind and your body every day. Another really good thing, actually, I didn't think of this to actually share, but when I heard it, I was like, yeah, the media. I always say it. I know I do share that, like about your Facebook and social media, and change what you're seeing. But also music. Pick music that has high vibration, right? I mean, none of us in this group are teenagers, so we're probably not listening to all this like junky music, but listen to the words that you're feeding your mind, right? Is it going to raise your vibration, or is it going to drain it? So media and music, two really important aspects of what, again, all of these things have energy. And notice any triggers. Like right now, we have so many triggers. So noticing triggers that lower your vibration and not running away from them. So an example would be, there are definitely some things in my own home, right, that are triggers for me, big time. And if I allow it, it just drains me. I go from like 10, I'm like so happy, to like a -0, right? And it just, my energy is depleted, my vibration's low. So noticing and observing those triggers so that you can have the power to just say, that's a trigger. I'm going to choose not to react, and I'm just going to find some stillness. And if I have to lock myself up in a room and turn on the fan so I can't hear anyone and lock the door, then that's what you do, right? But not that I've ever done that before, but that's what you do. But try to work on that aspect of observing when there's triggers, and triggers meaning it could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be something, again, media, right? It could be just something simple, and it just, you like switch on, but anything that lowers your vibration, I want you to start becoming more conscious of it. So even when we start our meditation now, right, the 10 minutes we sit, I want you to start tapping into that, right? Start to pay attention, and observe, oh, yeah, that thought, low vibration. So I don't want you today, when we're doing it now, to say, oh my God, that's such a bad thought. Oh God, I can't believe I have that thought. No, wait, I need to change that thought right now. What can I say that's positive? That's not what I want you to do. I want you to just observe, okay, that's a low vibration thought. And it's just going to go away. You're not going to think about it again. It's just going to come up. You're going to kind of label it as you can even just label and just say low. That's a low one, right? And then you're going to notice. And if at the end of this you notice that it was just a million lows, then you know, okay, this is something to work on. And if it was easy for you to kind of pay attention and observe the lows, but there were also some high vibration, right? That's also something to pay attention to. But it doesn't make us bad, because whatever we're doing today doesn't have to be what we're doing tomorrow, right? The person we are today is not the same person that we will be in an hour, or in the morning, or in a week from now. We're always changing. We're always evolving. Change is inevitable, right? So we're going to get started. I want you to find any comfortable anything. You could stand, sit down, lie down, as long as you're super comfortable. And then I'm just going to ring my little dinghy. And once you start to hear it, I want you to follow it until you hear silence. And just start to notice the sensations in your physical body. Notice the inhale. And observe the exhale. Notice the sensation of your physical body, either seated or lying down, or whatever your body is in contact with. Just noticing that sense of feeling grounded and safe and secure. Noticing the vibration in the surface that you're up against. Notice any strong feelings that might surface, any reoccurring thoughts. Notice any patterns in your mind or pictures, colors, shapes that might show up for you. Notice any judgments, fears. Notice any expectations that you might have. And as things might show up for you, just observe the way it makes you feel. Allow your breath to work at this high vibration. Breathing in light, in love, compassion, joy. Notice any feelings of tension in the areas of our body that we might more commonly hold tension, like our shoulders or neck, in our hips, maybe in our lower belly. Notice maybe a shift of your own energy. Your thoughts, feelings, emotions, words, operating at a high frequency, a high vibration. And just notice, no judgment. You don't need to change anything, just simply observing. Noticing as we're more relaxed in this relaxed state, that we could be more conscious of what shows up for us. And that if we allow ourselves more opportunities to simply be still, we train our mind to simply observe. We train ourselves to be less reactive. And we begin to meet ourselves exactly where we're at. Just being more present, more mindful. And go ahead and just bring your hands together. And bow your chin. Just taking this moment to set an intention. Allowing this practice to unfold into your life in all different unknown ways. But observing these peaceful feelings, peaceful thoughts, this relaxed state, so that you can bring that into the rest of your life. So that we can stay calm, connected, focused, conscious, when there might be those triggers. And consciously work to keep our vibration high. Maybe we take this final moment to dedicate our practice to someone, something, somewhere, maybe to those suffering, maybe those that are underserved, maybe those that are far distance. May we be healthy. May we be happy, and may we all find peace. Namaste. So thanks for joining me for this meditation. I hope it helps you in your life. We'd love to hear your feedback. And please subscribe. It really helps small businesses like us to attract a wider audience, and that would be really awesome. So please subscribe. Look right below the Yoga Shack. All right, peace out.